Hello, welcome to Spooky Tuesday. I'm your host, Robot Spacer.
Ooh, and I'm the Stream Ghost.
The Stream Ghost seems a little extra haunted today, I think. The Stream Ghost is also known as Unsecret Crush. Welcome, y'all. Good to see you. 6-7, Vervain, Silverstreak, Valis. Hope y'all are doing well. So, I realized something in the past couple days, which is that I shouldn't announce what games I'm going to play too far in advance, because I had this weird problem where I wasn't sure if I was going to play a game because I said I would play it or because I really wanted to play it. Specifically, the game Mothman 1966. I am interested in it, but I was fooling around with a couple other games I've been wanting to play, and wanted to make sure I could run them on my computer, and Uninvited was one of them, and I really wanted to play it, and so I'm playing it. And, it's no big deal. I'm sure we'll get to Mothman eventually. It looks like a neat game. I don't know too much about it. I haven't heard too many opinions about it, but I do want to check it out, and it definitely seems like a good fit for Spooky Tuesday. So we'll get there eventually. Just, no pressure. And then also I realized that I maybe don't want to play any Windows-only games until I have a better Windows setup. Some minor annoyances with my Windows setup that I would rather put off for when I have a little nicer setup instead of a laptop. Eventually I'm going to get a decent little Windows PC that we can stream from when we need to do that. So anyways, Uninvited is a game from 1986, originally released for Macintosh. I feel like let me back up. It's a horror game. It's a point-and-click adventure game, and once we get into the game, I'll talk a little bit more about the specific mechanics of this point-and-click adventure game, which I think are really, really neat, which is a lot of the reason I wanted to play it. Just I love the way it works and everything. It's very unique. It's developed by a company called ICOM Simulations. And they had a series of games that used an engine called the Mac Venture engine, which I guess is a mashup of Mac and Adventure. The other games are Deja Vu, which was the first one. There was also a sequel to that, Deja Vu 2. And
sequel to Deja Vu?
Yes. And Shadowgate.
They should have called it Deja Vu again.
They should have. These games were, like I said, originally for Macintosh, and you'll see when we get into it that it's a very Macintosh UI. But they were later ported to other systems. In fact, let me hit this. Oh, shoot, I don't have my game. I don't have a button for my game command. That link there is to a version available on Steam. Which is kind of neat because it recreates the original Macintosh UI, and it also has a version that recreates the 2GS version, which is actually in color. So it's a really neat approach that they did, because of the way the UI is designed. They kind of had to basically emulate the systems that it was originally designed for. And yeah, 6.7 just brought up the NES version. I feel like those are probably the most well-known. Shadowgate for NES, I feel like, is maybe the best well-known, but I don't know, that might just be my own perspective of things. But Shadowgate's had a bunch of other games, even some pretty recent, based on the original, at least to some degree. I've never played any of them, so I don't really know how based on the original they are. But yeah, the NES ones are actually really interesting. Depending on how much I enjoy these versions, obviously I grew up with a Mac, which I've talked about a lot. So, of course I want to play these versions, right? I never had a chance to play them when they came out. But I was aware of them and always thought they looked really cool. So I wanted to start with these, but if I enjoyed like the games themselves, I might see if we can get the NES versions up and running at some point, because they have a really interesting approach. Also, they actually have music for those versions. There's the UI is very different. Of course, they're in color. And then also, interestingly, that they made a lot of changes, like lots of little changes that I think were probably at the request of Nintendo, or maybe not at the request of Nintendo, maybe just the company themselves trying to make them a little more friendly to, the audience of the NES. Vervain says we had the OG Deja Vu, such a great game. Nice. 67 says, I think I read about the NES Shadowgate on Prodigy and rented the Deja Vu cartridge from Blockbuster Video. How start of the 90s can you get? That is wonderful. Very, very cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to talk about. I posted the link there. All 4 games are available on Steam in that, sort of recreated format. There's a bundle. You can get all 4 games for like very cheap. I can't remember. It's like $7 or $8, something like that. Very cheap. I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about. There's honestly not as much information available about these games as I would expect. Like the Wikipedia pages, at least, are a little sparse. Like, to me, they seem fairly notable just because of like how unique they are, and I feel like they're reasonably well known, and I guess to me they feel influential, but again, maybe that's just my own perspective. I don't want to hit content warning button. I don't, again, not a ton of information especially about the specific games. Obviously, this is a horror game. The actual game art is in a smaller window in the middle. But of course, we're going to have some like horror imagery. There is some occasional flashing if that's an issue for anyone. And there's also like some jump scares. Hey, RetroZone. Great to see you. I was going to switch to my talking scene, but I'm already on it. I hope the rest of your stream went well. And I hope everybody is doing well this evening. I am Robot Spacer. I almost said I'm Unsecret Crush. This is Unsecret Crush in the background.
I am that.
Yes, I'm the Robot Spacer one. We're also Mike and Holly, if you prefer. If anyone in chat is not familiar with OK RetroZone, you should definitely check them out. They were doing a fun little art stream today, post-apocalypse Gundam scene, which is very cool.
Reclaimed by nature wreckage of a giant robot.
Yes. Thank you for the better description. But I was just saying we're about to play this game, Uninvited. It's a old Mac game. We're running on basically an emulator of the system that I grew up with. My dad brought home a Macintosh in 1986, the year this game came out. And I drew a little kangaroo in Mac Paint, and I was in love with computers at that point.
And that was it.
Hello, everyone. Hildegard, Efton, Iagra. I feel like I missed someone else. Cosmic Void, good to see you. And Culinary, great to see you.
Oh, I also missed Culinary sneaking in.
So,
slipping in under
I think we're ready to get into it. Let me just hit the somewhat vague content warnings again for anybody that just came in. I'm not expecting anything like too upsetting. Like, this is a pretty old game. Like I said, the actual graphics in the game are in a tiny window. But, we do have some like ghouls jumping out at you and killing you and stuff. So we'll see. So here is the lovely setup of this game. It's, if you're not familiar with, just knocking my headphones out here, the original Macintosh interface, like this is a pretty good example of how it worked. You have different windows here. This is a little inventory window. We don't have anything, so it's blank at the moment. This click to continue will be replaced with some action buttons. Of course, we have like our visuals in the center here. At the bottom, we have some text describing what is going on. On the right here, we have a list of exits, which is especially, you can actually interact with exits through the graphics as well. But if there's an exit behind you, or if you're having a hard time seeing where things are, that can be useful. And then you have a little self button in case you need to use an item on yourself or talk to yourself. There's, lots of goofy things you could do with that. As well as occasionally some useful things. Of course, we also have font and font size settings. I think we'll probably just stick with the defaults there. The text below starts out, "Good evening. You have been summoned as the Uninvited. Look out! The last thing..."
If you've been summoned, then how can you be uninvited?
It's a great question. I hope we find out eventually, but maybe we won't. Look out. The last thing you remember before the darkness rushed up to claim you is your brother's startled cry. You managed to swerve around the shadowy figure that appeared in the roadway, but lost control as the car jumped the shoulder and plunged headlong into this tree. Swiveling your battered head, you survey the wreckage. You realize that you are alone. Your kid brother must have gone off to get some help. As you pry yourself free of the steering wheel's embrace, you can't help but notice the pungent odor of gasoline as it leaks from the ruptured gas tank. Could be a problem. And then, of course, we have a nice little maximize button here where you actually, as you go through the game, you can scroll back up and read as much, as far back as you want. I was curious if they actually had a print option. I feel like Zork, the old Infocom games actually let you print out your entire transcript if you wanted, which was kind of wild. I guess make your playthrough into a book. But we don't want to take too long here because I know from testing things out that this will actually explode if we take too long. So we can double click on some things for a default interaction. The car door opens with some effort. The accident has caused some damage to the door. Let's see. I think double clicking usually examines a thing. Your windshield didn't survive the crash. Behind it, you can see the brick wall of a large mansion. Let's try hitting the windshield. The broken windshield is undamaged. So as you could hear there, perhaps there is a little bit of sound in this game. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's check out the About menu where we actually have a little music. Apparently there's only a couple places where there's music in the game, and the About menu is one of them. We get a bury button to close the About window. Iagra asked, is it based on real time or actions before it explodes? I believe there's an actual timer. I think if we just sit here, we will not survive. And actually, I try not to learn too much about the mechanics of these games before we get into them. But I did learn on Wikipedia accidentally that I guess all of the Mac Venture games, or at least most of them, have kind of an overall timer. where if you like take too long to beat the game, that could be a problem. So like, even, it's not just getting out of the car here. Boom, there is a mighty explosion behind you as your car bursts into flames. That will at least save you the cost of a tow. Better try to find your younger brother and have him call a cab instead of a tow truck. Also, I just realized I completely forgot that I have the manual here, and I was going to take a look at that. Let's see. Like to do that with these old games, both for fun and also to make sure we understand any like important game mechanics. Nice drawing of the house we're at here. Uninvited, developed by ICOM Simulations Inc. and published by Mindscape. So we have a lovely illustration here. Welcome, you poor, poor youngster. What a pity about your nice automobile. And I think I smell a storm coming too. You must come inside and dry off. Perhaps we can have you for dinner. Before I can show you around, you should take a look at the enclosed quick reference card. Follow the procedures carefully and you will see just how uninvited you are. Go ahead and do it now. I'll wait. I have plenty of time to kill. The quick reference card, of course, is mostly like installation instructions, so I think we'll skip it. Welcome back. As an uninvited guest, you will probably see things you have never seen before, so I'm going to give you a little tour. Be careful not to wander off by yourself. Some of my other guests haven't eaten in a rather long while. The first sight to greet you as you enter will be this strange artifact. Click to continue. In this house, we call it the command window. The message you see means that there are things you need to know, but that there isn't room for the whole message in the text window. You need to use the mouse to point to the box and click the selection button so you can see more of the message. What? Oh, the text window is that window at the bottom of the screen. It looks like this. Parentheses, all illustrations shown are from the Macintosh. If you have another computer, windows may differ slightly in appearance. You will learn more later. For now, just do as I say and we will continue. Point to the inside of the command window and click the selection button on your mouse until the command window changes to look like this. And of course, we have already done that. This is called the command window because it is the source of all your power in this house. To give a command, simply point to the one you want and click the selection button. Usually these commands will be used to affect something or someone in the room you are in. For instance, if you think back to the scene of your accident, you should see something like the image below. To examine the car, point to the word examine and click the button, then click somewhere in the picture. The description will appear in the text window. As you already know, anytime there is more text than the text window can hold, the command window will metamorphose into its click to continue form. If you wish to view the past, use the text window scroll bar to move back through the last few windows of text. Merely point to the white box to the right of the window, hold down the selection button, and move the box up or down. Because you are new here, I will explain a few other things for you. This window is called the exits window. It is very important as you explore since it shows at all times which way to run, which way is out. The white box in the window represents an exit. In this case, at the scene of your unfortunate accident, it is the door on the driver's side of the car. Usually, you can use a door by double-clicking. Click the selection button 2 times quickly. Directly on the door in the picture, but occasionally there will be doors that you cannot see. Those doors will usually be shown in the exits window. And can I just point out how interesting it is that we're calling the mouse button the selection button? It's a little confusing at first. This little window marked self is you. Now don't get panicky. All that means is that if you need to examine yourself or open yourself, not as disgusting as it sounds, it's how you take inventory. You use the self button as the object of the command. Note that the inventory window is one of the windows open when the game begins. We'll get to it a little later. Now, if you will follow me, I will attempt to get you out of that poor broken down car and up to the front door of the house. After that, well, strange things can happen when you arrive unannounced. Getting started. Look at the picture carefully. You might want to examine any loose objects. You can distinguish objects from other items on the screen by clicking on them. If an item turns color, then it is an object with its own properties. For instance, point to the steering wheel and click the selection button. Since it changed color, you know that it is a separate object from the rest of the car. If you want to learn more about it once it is selected, just click on the Examine window in the Command window. Examine command in the Command window, excuse me. The description will appear in the text window. If I were you, I'd get out of the car soon. I think I smell gas. To get out, select the Open command, then click on the car door. That should open it. Another way to open the door is to click on Open and then on the small white box in the Exits window. And yet another way is to double-click on the door itself. By the way, try not to move the mouse when you are clicking on an exit, or the computer will think you are trying to move the door, and we frown on that sort of thing around here. Now click on Go. And then click the Open door on the white square in the Exits window. You now find yourself on the doorstep, ready to come in for a visit. You might want to stop and see if there is any mail to bring in. To do this, click on an Open window in the Command window, and then click on the mailbox. Contents window will open. If you see anything you want to take with you, you need to put it into your inventory. To take an object, just point to it and hold the selection button down. Drag the object into the inventory window and release the button. If there is more in the window than meets your eye, use the scroll bars to see more. Be sure you are aware of what you carry. You may need anything at a moment's notice. Also, the detail we're going into about, scroll bars and stuff reminds me of a lovely tutorial that came with the original Mac, which, for most people, this was their first time, using a computer with a mouse, and lots of new concepts around that, scroll bars, windows, dragging things around. So, there was this just wonderful little tutorial Apple put together to, introduce mouse concepts and, help you practice using the mouse and stuff like that. I should see if I can figure out a way to share that at some point. That'd be fun. Trying to remember where I left off here. I think we did all that. The window labeled Inventory contains everything you are carrying. You can move the window around on the screen if you prefer it out of your way. You can also cause it to change its form. You can make it larger or smaller. If you are a true novice, you might want to consult the guide to computer lore that came with your machine for more information about dealing with windows. One intriguing property of the inventory and text windows is that they can be increased in size by double-clicking in their respective title bars. Double-clicking on the title bar a second time will revert the window to its original form. I told you this was a strange house. Note, windows will differ from this slightly on other machines. The inventory window can be closed by clicking in the Close box in the upper left corner. You can restore the window to the screen by clicking on the Open command and then on Self. The Open command is very powerful. As you saw in the case of the mailbox, it allows you to see behind the surface of things. Never be fooled by an object's appearance. Use the Open command to reveal the inner workings of things. Come on in, if you dare. Well, here you are. Your poor car has had it, and your brother is gone. Now what? At least there's a house you could try for help. After all, what can happen? There's no such thing as a haunted house. Is there? Raise your trembling hand and give the knocker a try. If you're lucky, someone will be home. If you're luckier, maybe they won't be. And then we're going over commands more. Let me just kind of skim through here and see if this is all worth reading. I feel like the commands here are pretty straightforward. This operate section's a little longer, so let's take a look at that. Operate may be the most powerful command at your disposal. You use operate to make things work. For instance, to dial a phone, too bad the lines are down. Select operate, then double click on the phone. To light a match, if you had any, operate the match on the matchbook by clicking on the match, then on operate, then on the matchbook. Okay. If you want to unlock a door, click on the key, then on operate, then on the door, or in some cases the lock. To pay money to a person or thing, select the money, then click on operate, then click on the object or person you wish to pay. Operate will often work where nothing else will, so be sure to try it before you give up on a situation. Okay. All worth knowing. I certainly wouldn't have expected operate to be the way to give a person money. Of course, now we're just learning about the file menu. Okay. And then the outcome. How does survival strike you? If you play really well, we might let you get out of the house. If you want more than that, well, rewards come to the one that earned them. If you can get your hands to stop shaking, then come on in. We're waiting. And that's the end of the manual. Okay, now we're ready to play the game. I'm just catching up on chat here. That would be a great BRB screen, yes. Okay. Hey, Baltimore, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so based on what I was saying, I feel like we possibly wasted some time here, but we'll probably die soon, so, I'm not worried about it. You stand at the front porch of a house. This old Gothic mansion casts gloomy shadows all around you. A sharp wind cuts through your flesh to chill your bones. The pounding thunder grows louder and more threatening.
Pretty good thunder sound.
I'm going to bump the audio down. It's doing a weird clipping thing. Okay. So, as we learned in the manual, we want to check out the mailbox here. And this is honestly the most delightful part of the interface for me. Like, the mailbox is its own window. And then the envelope here... Oh. It's an envelope. It is addressed to a Master Crowley, 666 Blackwell Road, Loch Ness, Scotland.
I get it.
Apparently in the NES version, it's just addressed to, like, Crowley Mansion or something, or maybe just Master Crowley, I don't know. No, but I guess they didn't want to put 666 in a Nintendo game.
That sounds about right.
So we can open the envelope, and then we get yet another window. And then we can drag these items from the envelope into our inventory. Close that, and I guess we'll take the envelope too. I don't know if we'll need all these. And let's look at this letter. The letter cannot be opened. Examine is what I wanted.
I'm not on a soundboard, Baltimore. If I was, I would be far more disruptive than I am typically.
This note reads, Dear Master, please forgive me. My health prevents me from aiding you in your battle against the evil one. You teach your students well. They become too powerful for their own good. Enclosed is an amulet that should look familiar. Wear this charm and think of me. The undead fear symbology. Still the evil. Set it free for the sake of family. Jeez.
I should fear symbology.
Also, I've just remembered... that we should take notes. And I thought I would also draw... Yeah, I think we'll try just doing it on this paper. I mean, it's nice little graph paper, right? Mm-hmm. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, we'll just do this. I might regret this. I'm probably going to regret this. We'll do a little line to indicate that these rooms are connected. Okay. So let's look at this amulet. It's a heavy chain necklace with a gaudy gold amulet attached. It looks very old and handmade. Do you think we should wear this? Okay. I dragged it over to self to see if that would do anything. It says try putting the amulet into your inventory, but it already is. Can we operate the amulet on self? Nothing much happened.
The people are demanding that I have a soundboard.
So, all right. I'm a little scared of that idea. What kind of sounds would you put on your soundboard?
I don't know.
All right, well, you think about it. I
didn't know I would have to pick the sounds.
Hey, David Alexander, good to see you. You did not miss much. We arrived here after a car accident with our younger brother, who is missing. It seems like we were unconscious briefly, woke up and our brother was missing. We stepped out of the car exploded, and now we've gotten a letter and an amulet out of the mailbox. Exciting to keep going.
I wonder if we could get a clean...
That's a great question.
Clean cut of that.
All right. I guess we can't wear the amulet, or at least I haven't figured out how. Also, a fun thing you can do, like, I guess I still had self-selected, so we can, like, actually type what we want to say at any given point. Let's type hello. Voicing your thoughts out loud clears your mind, allowing you to relax. Wonderful. Can we interact with these statues at all? A marble life-size likeness of young Greek manhood adorns the front of the mansion. The Greek sculpture does not really match the Gothic architecture. This marble statue represents a young Grecian man. He seems stationed to greet oncoming visitors, but he seems out of place. Can we operate the statue? Nothing happened. Okay. Can we hit the statue? Oh, I hit the house. The statue is undamaged. All right.
Gonna break your fist.
Yeah, probably. Let's check out the door here. It's an extremely heavy ancient door. It is engraved with the image of a snake consuming itself. It also bears the inscription, "As above, so below." The NES one is more fun. What should I do now? You know you must be losing your mind because you're talking to yourself. I feel like the manual said something about using the door knocker.
Is that supposed to happen?
Oh no. That was weird. As soon as I went to turn the audio down, the sound finally stopped. Oh, I see. The game was in the background. I forgot about that. So that was unpleasant. I'll turn that back up once we leave this room, and hopefully the noise will stop then. The heavy brass, self-consuming snake strikes the solid oak door with a resounding thud. The hollow thump of the knocker rings through the emptiness of the house. I guess we'll open the door. The door swings open with a creak. It's still going.
Itself.
I don't...
Someone suggested trying to hit something else to reset the sound effect.
I might have broken the game somehow because it won't let me do anything now. I didn't have any problems when I was setting things up. Of course. Don't
think he's saved, but also, like...
I haven't done anything, hardly.
Just started the game.
I was thinking I should maybe save after we get the things out of the mailbox, but I neglected to do that. I sure have, huh? I don't even know what we can do here to... I mean, back in the day when a game crashed, we actually had on our Macintosh for like an actual programmer, there was like this little debug button that kind of attached to the side, and I feel like there must have been some internal wiring it hooked up to that I guess my dad took care of. But it, as far as I understand, he got it to potentially get us out of a situation where a program had locked up. And I feel like there was maybe once or twice in my entire lifetime that we were able to do that successfully and like save before restarting the computer. But it almost never worked. It usually just made the computer crash even more. but you know, we didn't have Control Alt Delete on a Macintosh or anything like that. This was before Apple invented the force quit. So I think we might just have to restart the computer here.
The whole computer?
Well, the emulated computer.
Oh, okay. Restarting the whole computer means you have to end stream, right?
Right, hold on. Let me see. Reset. There we go. Okay. And the way this emulator works, I have to drag my hard drive to the emulator. Now we get to boot back up. Hopefully this will go better the second time around. Load our extensions. Okay. At least things are quick here. Don't have to wait for the floppy disk to read. I'm just wondering if there's like any glove box we can open. The car cannot be opened. Okay. I think we gotta wait for the lightning to flash here. Yes, this is part of the is in the Mac Venture engine, which was originally used for Deja Vu. I tried playing this and died immediately. Yeah, when setting things up. Oh, every time I restart my Macintosh here, the desktop shows up in the background. Let's get rid of that. Tidy things up. Okay. Open the mailbox. Take out our mail. I keep expecting double click to open, but it's usually examine. It's open if it's a door, but not for other things. Okay, so let's save. Let's examine things first. I don't know if examining things is something the game keeps track of. Okay, now we'll do a save. Let's number them so it's easier to find things. All right, I'm just going to go right on in. And I'm not going to hit anything. Okay. We're in. As you enter the mansion, the door slams closed behind you. Welcome home. This entrance hall is a large, extravagant, luxurious room, yet it feels strangely oppressive. All right, let's look around. This very large room-sized carpet displays a pentagram. The 5-pointed star is set against a circular star field. Efton says, did you play the same character as in Deja Vu? I don't think so. I mean, it's possible we'll find that out at some point, but I'm pretty sure they're separate series. Aside from Deja Vu 2, I believe they're all, separate. Got some paintings here. A great bird of prey is pictured swooping down, talons extended, upon some undepicted victim. The painting is a striking work in oils on canvas. This oil is obviously the work of an amateur, without a strong command of chiaroscuro. It is a bleak view of a barren landscape under a night sky. It looks like this is staked. I like this snake around an egg over here. That's very good.
Ooh, an Orphic egg?
You'll have to explain that for me.
I mean, I don't know that I can explain it anymore to you, other than it's something that is maybe vaguely referenced briefly in parts of Genshin.
Yeah, shoot. Silver says, I remember Deja Vu, you played as a PI named Ace. Yeah, that sounds right. Ace Harding, yes, thank you. I couldn't remember the full name. Kalina says, my boss had a very similar and similarly mediocre painting in his office he couldn't get rid of. That's wonderful. I don't think I read this. This painting depicts a mighty python wrapping itself around a rather large egg. The egg seems unfazed and stares intently across the room.
Classic egg.
Can we open the painting? Cannot be opened. Can we open any of these paintings? No secrets to be found here. Let's examine the fireplace. Several dried logs with some sticks thrown in as kindling rest in the fireplace.
Would you like me to read the first sentence from the Wikipedia article about Orphic egg?
Sure.
The Orphic egg, in ancient Greek Orphic tradition, is the cosmic egg from which hatched the primordial hermaphroditic deity Phanis/Protagonus, who in turn created the other gods. The egg is often depicted with the serpent-like creature Ananke wound around it.
Interesting.
Indeed.
This map is a failure. I'm getting out my big paper to draw a map on. There's just not enough space to write what a room is or anything like that.
Yeah, I ran into this problem with my my Tunic notes, where I started working with a similar size tiny grid notebook.
Yeah.
And then it came time for me to draw a map, and I was like, I've made a huge mistake. This is not enough room. But I made do anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna start over here. I feel okay about it. I feel like this will work out better probably. Car. And of course, I'm immediately drawing things almost as small. What's wrong with me?
You love things to be small.
I guess that's true. Front. And this, do we get like a room name? Oh, that's interesting. My save file name is up here now. Entrance hall. Okay. The room name is right here. So we'll just say hall. Oh, I'm off the camera. All right. There's my new tiny map, which I can read. I don't know about anyone else. So I guess like I'm just thinking about how we pick things up in this game. Like the mailbox, I opened it and that opened a window where I could drag things out of. Like if an item was in the main window, I don't know that I would be able to drag that necessarily. Oh. Huh. Okay. So, I mean, I guess I've learned that you can do that. I can't move the picture, but it lets me drag it around. So presumably, if it was a movable object, I could put it in my inventory. That's kind of neat. Let's look at this statue. It is the bust of a weathered sailor. The seven seas are etched in its face, his face. It rests heavily on a marble pedestal. So we have a door here and a door here. What?
What?
Did y'all see that?
No, what happened?
I tried to open the rug because that was my best guess as to how I might look under the rug. The rug cannot be opened. You now have to question the reliability of your eyes. You think you see a somewhat cute, abstract creature with a key in its hand prance by. I saw it, but I did not, like, that's more than I saw. Like, I just saw a thing scurry by at the bottom of the screen.
I completely missed that. I think partly because, like, there's no sound to, like, draw my attention to the screen, and I'm multitasking over here.
You're not sure whether it's your eyes or your mind playing tricks on you. It could be both. The loneliness of this abandoned estate makes you long for the company of your little brother. You have seen neither hide nor hair of him in quite a while. He should be somewhere on this estate. You'd better find him. Maybe its name is Daisy. Silver, did you try to post a link? Feel free to whisper to Unsecret Crush. All right, let's pick a door. Door is now open. Let's just open all the doors. I'm going to go this way. I went this way when I was setting things up. I want to go this way now. And we'll eventually come back and go the other way. Library. This room was designed for deep thought and research. Obviously, it was once inhabited by a serious man of letters. The harsh silence in the rest of the house is muted in this room of contemplation. Okay, we got, a book with a pentagram on it now. Let's examine the globe. This antique orb, which once spun freely, is now rusted in position. Let's examine the book. This large ancient tome bears the symbol of the pentagram. This book is very, very, very old. Older than anything you've seen in the mansion, possibly older than the house itself. Oh, thank you for the clip, Silver. Actually, I want to try opening the globe. The globe cannot be opened. I'm so disappointed. The book is now open. The book is open to a page which seems to be filled with definitions. Instantum, sudden and momentary, here and gone in an instant. Illuminaris, a bright white light. Projectum, the propulsion of an entity. Spirka, a small flame or spark. Speakin, to talk, talking. Hephod, the head, the skull, etc. Magisterium, mystery. Abraxas, it is a magical world, a vehicle through which magic is directed. Interesting. I feel like these might be words we need to know.
Some of these are words that I know, again, from fucking Genshin Impact.
Genshin will teach you everything, is what I've learned.
It will give you a vague, loosely connected glossary of terms related to Gnosticism. I still haven't pulled the trigger on spending $60 on a, I think, actual literal college textbook about Gnosticism. I might do it. It seems kind of interesting. Just on its own, generally.
I know you'll do it eventually.
Eventually. It'll be out of print by then, and it'll probably be hundreds of dollars.
Oh, right. I can simply scroll back. Instantum.
In Genshin terms, Abraxas, also called Abaraku, for some reason, I believe is the person who invented the Dainichi Mikoshi, or the large artificial sun tower in Enkanomiya.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations if you understand any of the words that I am saying. This is all the context that I will give you, because this isn't Genshin time. And yet, I keep bringing it up.
I mean, you got time while I write this stuff down.
That's true. I mean, that's kind of the only useful information I have. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Abraxas is, if not a real person from Greek history, at least a figure in Greek mythology, but I don't know anything else about it or him or whatever.
Since we have an interface where we can actually, type in anything we want, I feel like there's a pretty good odds we'll need to, use these as, spells or something.
Right.
So mostly I'm writing down the words and then just kind of, one or two words to describe what it refers to.
It does kind of seem like Gnosticism became I'm trying to think how to structure the sentence. A lot of mystical, magical shit references Gnostic concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of think it's because at some point, I don't know, maybe like 19th century, early 20th century, some people found some books and they're like, ooh, this stuff sounds interesting. I'm going to make up a system of magic about it.
Abraxas is a weird historical oddity.
Oh.
People can't identify where the symbol being deity concept is from. It has been thought to be from Egyptian, Greek, Hebrew, and other origins.
Fascinating.
Interesting.
The other thing about Gnosticism, what I have learned from Wikipedia, is that it's kind of hard to summarize a lot of it because most of the original texts were destroyed as heretical by the early Christian church.
Culinary says, I know Abraxas from listening to power metal as a teen.
So, like, a lot of the writings about Gnosticism for a very long time were from the angle of, like, this is heretical and bad, instead of, like, from the perspective of people that actually, you know, believed in it.
Mm-hmm. So I clicked on this black field of stars here. Mm-hmm. It's a map of the heavens, a place you've always wanted to visit. And I'm going to examine these bookshelves. Oh!
Did you just get murdered?
It's a bookcase filled with many fine books. You see the works of Bacon, Poe, Lovecraft, and Nostradamus. Many of the books seem to be hundreds of years old. Many are in ancient languages and are indecipherable to you.
Skull unrelated?
The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have infiltrated your very being. Your head and chest feel heavy and thick. You find it increasingly difficult to execute your will. For a minute, your thoughts seemed influenced by another mind.
Well, that's what you guys were reading. What happened?
So I didn't die.
Okay. You just got briefly...
I was just a little messed up for a minute. That seems bad, though.
Got briefly mind jacked.
Yeah.
Just a little possessed.
Oop. Let's close the book. Sure. All right, and let's leave.
A little possession never hurt anyone.
So now we're back in the entrance hall. Let's go through the other door. I think that's our only other option here. This room is devoid of any aesthetic warmth or beauty. It is purely functional with no concern for the trivialities of interior design. So we have another hall here. We got another picture on the wall here. It looks like it's still reproduced from F.W. Murnau's film Nosferatu. There seems to be a familiar face in the background. On closer examination, it appears to be Dave Feldman, whose wit and insight was a valuable asset in the creation of Uninvited. Can we take this painting? I just want to take a painting. Please let me take a painting. Okay. Yeah, see, this is where I knew my tiny map was, once again, failed experiment. We've got 2 doors off to the right and 2 off to the left. I'll make it work. We're not going to start over again. But let's open... I guess we'll just kind of go in order here. Oh! A mysterious woman appears. She is dressed like Scarlett O'Hara, and she stands with her back to you. Let's... Oh, no. Oh!
What's wrong?
I just did save when I meant to do save as.
Oh.
I hope this is not a mistake I regret. But this is... I encountered this woman when I was setting things up. But let's say hello. You've gotten the attention of the mysterious lady. She turns to face you. Her face is devoid of any flesh. You are frozen with horror as she begins ripping your body into a bloody mess.
She seems friendly.
Oh, you get a nice little death tune. And it says, I've got you. Also, I really like this. Gosh, there was a... I think there was a feature in Mac Paint there was some drawing program that made it really easy to create these kinds of weird backgrounds. Like it would take any thing you had drawn and like do this kind of outline around it. So if you did that a bunch of times, you'd get this kind of effect if you just had some little like specks and stuff here and there. You have lost. Would you like to have another try? My options are yes, no, and I'll use a saved game. We're going to see if the saved game works. We're going to book it. Oh, we might have to start over. I'm going to try one more time and see if I can go backwards. Where did I come from? I would have thought the exit I came from was behind me, but I kind of wonder, like this door over here looks like it might be open, so maybe I actually came from there, which also makes my whole mapping situation very confusing. Yeah, I think we got to start over again. Whoops, we're learning. So wild to see this in black and white. I only played the Windows 3.1 version, I think. Interesting. Okay, we will not use a saved game. The good thing is we're like already started on our uninvited speedrunning skills here. This thunder really slows you down. Whoever figures out thunder skip is going to be a hero. I don't know if we need anything, but I especially don't know if we necessarily need the envelope. I assume we need the amulet. And I'm just going to assume, since we keep having to start over here, I'm going to assume that we don't necessarily need to have read something in the game. Just that, you know, we might need the information gained from having read it. Okay, so now I'm going to save again. We'll go ahead and, whoops, replace our failed save game. And yeah, I was trying to think, should I go ahead and start a new file now? I feel like that'll get confusing, so I'll just try really hard to do save as and not save. All right. Let's open the door and then go through it. We're just frozen in place whenever there's thunder. I really want to know what's up with that little guy. All right, so I'm going to go through here. Okay, yeah, so that is where we came from. So we basically have another door off this direction. Oh, no. I wonder if we need to do something. Maybe we could use the amulet or a spell?
Silver posted a link to a
oh, nice.
playlist of the NES soundtrack, and the cover album appears to be a rendition of The Lady That Keeps Getting You.
Oh, neat.
Skeleton lady in a blue fluffy dress.
Tell her you don't give a damn. All right, at least we have a working save file. Let's read the letter again. Enclosed is an amulet that should look familiar. Wear this charm and think of me. The undead fear symbology, still the evil, set it free for the sake of family. And like I was saying, like as far as I can tell, having this amulet in my inventory is as close as I can get to wearing it. Like if I use the amulet on myself, it just says try putting it in your inventory. Operating the amulet produced no effect. Okay. Maybe I should try using the amulet either when she's there or maybe even use it on her. Is that already open? Okay. I guess she seems to appear whenever I open a door.
Any door?
So far, I haven't tried all of them. Mm-hmm. The 2 front doors seem to make her appear. Anyways, let's operate amulet on self. No, that did not work. If we do get super stuck, I do have a walkthrough. But that'll be a last resort. Save game. Open, go. Let's try this door. Yeah, I think it's any door. It's possible we could go upstairs, but so let's operate amulet. Video games are hard. Okay, I'm going to try going upstairs now. Oh, we made it. Okay. Progress? Hello, Jabberwocky. Oh my god, my dog look bigger today? Oh no. Unless you wanted a bigger dog. In that case, congratulations. Let's see. I think
I remember somebody, I don't know if it was a real game or like a GIF or a little animation short mock-up of a game where the dog gets progressively bigger until it's just so large.
Uh-huh.
Does that sound familiar to you?
It kind of does.
I wish I could remember anything else about it. I don't know if it'll be easy to find.
I'm really concerned that I'm messing up my map in some way, but I'm going to draw this arrow and label it up. And then I'm going to draw a separate upper floor here. And I'll label that down. And this has, wow, so many doors. I assume this one to the south takes us down. Let's examine this enormous fish on the wall. There's something fishy about this trophy. Can we take it? I'm probably going to try to take almost everything in this game. Can we open it? The mounted fish cannot be opened. Can we operate it? No. No effect.
You can't make it
all right. Do I dare try another door? Okay, we got a door open. No one appeared. That's good. Let's go in. Aha! Oh, this must be the Colonel's room.
Took me a second to understand what you meant.
This must be the master bedroom. Interesting decor. There's a stale smell about this room, as if it hadn't been opened for years. Silver says, no clue on this one, but I distinctly remember that I couldn't mentally make a map for Shadowgate because the distance traveled wasn't 1-to-1 between different rooms. Yeah. You know, I feel like there's going to be some amount of weirdness. Actually, I came across a map that I did my best to ignore. That it seemed like they spent some time trying to actually, you know, rough in like the layout of different things. So, you know, some rooms are bigger than us, you know, not every square was the same size necessarily. What can we do in here? Lots of pictures on the wall. This is a photograph of a man in Buffalo Grove. Can we take it? No. This is a photograph of a man in Rome. This is a photograph of a man whose long hair falls past his shoulders from over his forehead. This is a photograph of a man with a woman. The two appear to be brother and sister. This is a photograph of a man in Paris. He has an appearance that makes him look Chinese. He is standing with his arms around a friend. Both men are wearing long robes. This is a photograph of a man. His eyes appear sunken and his face is very drawn. Oh, geez. There's a tiny nightstand over here, and there's, I think, 3 distinct objects on it that I can interact with. They're so small. It seems to be some sort of lab journal. Wax and wick and candlestick. If you need some light, this may turn the trick. The loneliness of this abandoned estate makes you long for the company of your little brother. You've seen neither hide nor hair of him in quite a while. He should be somewhere on this estate. You'd better find him. So I guess that's just a message that pops up probably after a certain number of moves or something. It's a lot of fun patterns in this game. What's this? Oh, there's that creature again. It goes by so fast. A cut glass bottle with a matching cut glass cap contains a brown liquid. You now have to question the reliability of your eyes. Saw some abstract creature scurrying by. You're not sure whether it's your eyes, your mind playing tricks on you. Could be both. I'm pretty sure at this point that it's real. You want me to drink the... I mean, we've got a thing you can redeem if you want me to drink some weird brown liquid. Just saying.
It's probably safe.
I'm going to see if I can take some of these things here. There we go. Can we open the lab journal? Book is now open. Thank you for the redeem. I appreciate it. Oh, this diary reads, I have lost control of Drakan. My star student now fancies himself a master. Though his power is strong, his spirit is weak. He is easily corrupted by the dark spirits of greed and power. My servant, more aware than I, sealed his star in my hingeless box. They're locked away beyond his stare. I've hidden the key. A chair knows where. Okay. Key to hingeless box in chair. And that's the key to his star. Drakan star, whatever that means. I'm guessing it's like a source of power or something. Okay. I'm going to do a normal save. And then I'm going to, let's see, pick up the liquid. Let's open it. Oh. The smiling key-bearing creature prances quickly past you again. He grins childishly as if taunting you. He is taunting me. Oh, I guess I misclicked. It's a very tiny bottle. Okay, it's open now. Contains a brown liquid. Consume. We get to use the consume button for the first time. How wonderful.
Consume.
You find the brown liquid somewhat tasty. It has a flavor not unlike almonds. You feel very weak, almost nauseous.
Well, that's no good.
The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have infiltrated your very being. Your head and chest feel heavy and thick. You find it increasingly difficult to execute your will. For a minute, your thoughts seemed influenced by another mind. So we're not dead.
Huh, okay. Not yet, anyway.
There was just that same thing happened in the library when I tried to just examine the books. This seems like another thing that just kind of happens after a certain period of time.
I believe it's cyanide that has a flavor of almonds, or is derived from almonds. Perhaps?
So we just drank some cyanide then, probably. How does cyanide work? Does it have a very quick effect?
Do not know.
Okay. I think the message you feel very weak, almost nauseous, is part of having drunk the liquid. I'm assuming that since it's part of this block of text and not part of this block explaining these more random occurrence. So I guess, whoops. We'll continue and see what happens. I have a feeling I won't live for very long, but we can hope, I guess. You're starting to feel more ill now, and the aroma of almonds stays with you. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, Agra said, I thought it was the scent of bitter almonds instead of the flavor. Interesting. Why does it have to be a poison? We can take zinc to feel better?
Interesting.
I don't think I have any zinc. Maybe we could find some. This antique wheelchair is your favorite piece of furniture in the house. Form and function combine to create the mobile seat. Can we operate it? You feel just like Lionel Barrymore in It's a Wonderful Life. You roll around the room with a cackling laugh. All you need now is some honest working men's mortgage to foreclose on. The aromatic almond smell is coming on very strong now. Every pore of your body now exudes that smell. You definitely should not have consumed the contents. All your limbs are leaden and ache terribly. Waves of nausea continue to wash all over your shore. I tried to open the wheelchair just because we had this clue that the key to the hingeless box is in a chair. But we can't open the wheelchair. The odor of almonds is all around you. You are now incapable of walking or moving. The weakness that you felt has spread to your mind. As you gaze around the area where you spend your last few moments of life, you ponder the ultimate wisdom of eating and drinking unknown things. Thank you, Silver, for that redeem. I'll use a saved game. Okay, so let's take this up, but not open or consume it. Oh, click to continue. Oh, okay, I saved in the middle of reading the journal. And pick up this candle. I don't think the candle is currently lit. Yeah. I guess we might need matches to light it, huh? Who knew almond milk can kill you? Uh-oh. Let's examine the bed. Oh! Okay. We just got the same. That surprises me every time, and I'm like, oh no, have I died? But it's fine, actually. I kind of missed the description of the bed. The bed looks mighty inviting. The way you feel, you could climb into it and sleep for a week. I suppose we probably shouldn't do that. What happens if I operate the bed, though? But this bed is comfortable. You could relax for hours, but this is no time to relax. Your work is not done. Do not eat the candle. I'll try not to. No guarantees. It is a large, heavy chest with 2 doors. This thing must have been built along with the floor. You can't imagine it being moved. The cabinet won't open. It is locked. Okay. Let's see. We have a light here. Probably not that important. This floor-standing reading lamp has shined on many pages of fine literature, I'm sure. I don't think real almond milk is bad. Just this weird brown liquid that smells like almonds. So we just have one exit aside from where we came in. Okay, there we go. Door's now open. So games just love to constantly change their orientation on you. So we're basically going that direction. I'm just going to go ahead and save normally here. That feels safe, probably. Oh, wow. That's quite a bathroom. Whoever decorated this room certainly had eclectic taste. The decor of this room could be described as African Art Deco. This little Indian man looks like some kind of voodoo doll. Wood, cloth, and small bits of silver leaf combined to create this anthropomorphic miniature. This is an ancient African ceremonial mask. Its ugly face was not meant to frighten humans. It was meant to scare off ill-willed spirits.
What is this? Fraser Crane's bathroom?
The face of this clay mask has extremely large ears. This Mayan mask has a cold, hard stare. It's a fluffy, soft towel. Can we take the towel? Yes. Can we take both towels? Nice. A little more thunder. Can we take any of these? We can. Do you think we'll get in trouble for stealing all this stuff?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Honestly, at this point, my biggest wish in this game is to gather as many items as I can. Loud thunder echoes all around you as the storm outside intensifies. Let's do a save as. Whoa. Hey, thank you, Jabberwocky. 5 months. I appreciate your support very much. It's always great to have you here. Okay. So, see, we got all this room to fill. I think we gotta at least get a whole screen's worth of inventory, right? It's only fair. You know, I swear there's... Oh, special. There we go. We can clean up our inventory automatically if we want to. Just like a finder window. Though it left some gaps, which is not ideal, honestly. Also, just like the finder windows. And of course, there's also a mess up option. Let's see what these little bottles here are. There's a small perfume-sized bottle that contains a dark yellowish liquid. There's a small bottle with a yellowish liquid inside. There is that critter again. This relatively plain vial contains a red liquid. The smiling, key-bearing creature prances quickly past you again. He grins childishly, as if taunting you. We're just going to take all these liquids, obviously. It'd be nice if any of these were labeled. Do you have any idea what year this takes place? Did the letter have a date on it?
I do not recall.
It does not. Can we operate the tub? Oh, I operated the sink on the tub. That's not what I had in mind. Water is flowing into the tub. Nice. Water is flowing into the sink. We got water coming out all the places you want water to come out of. This towel rod is made of solid gold. Can we take that?
Heck.
No. That was definitely not your imagination. This little creature is definitely running circles around you. It disappears as quickly as it appears. It moves too fast for you to react to it. Yeah, I've noticed that. I'm just looking at my list of spells to wonder if there's possibly anything there I could do. Maybe it's that red Mountain Dew. Let's examine the rug. Ooh, it used to be the skin of a zebra. Now it serves as the mat on a bathroom floor. Lovely. Can we take it? Rug cannot be moved. I feel like we're not trying hard enough if we can't move a rug. All right, let's get out of here. I guess I'm going to leave the sink and the tub running. I feel like it probably won't have any effect, but if it does, I'm very curious.
Perhaps it will create a Hintman-like distraction for any ghosts in the area.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now we're going to go back out to the hall here, and we'll try the next room, I guess. Door's now open. Got another bedroom. This room has a strange energy about it. There's a powerful presence in here. You do not feel alone. Just insignificant. Oh, looks like we got another book with a pentagram on it here. God, that critter. The quick creature seems to be playing a catch me if you can game. I can't. Do we have to? I am increasingly concerned that I have to click on that creature at some point when it appears. But I have zero faith in my ability to accomplish that. This leather Starface book looks old, but its binding is fresh and uncracked, as if it had never been opened. And then back to the critter. He's winning. He waves his keel wildly, teasing you with it as he runs through the room. Let's open the book for the first time ever.
Throw a book at it.
The book reads, "My star is gone, but not lost. Master's servant will pay for his indiscretion." Okay, so this seems to be the book of Drakon, like a diary. The vehicle of my power has not yet served its purpose. When it sets me free, I will have a chance to realize my unlimited potential. The forces of the technological society will be unprepared for the likes of me. I will not be denied. My omnipotence is inevitable. Throw a boot at it. If only I had a boot. I could,
I thought it said book.
I do have many other items I could throw at it, but honestly, I feel like I'll be lucky if I can even click on it, let alone drag something over to it. I keep thinking about my spells and wondering if I have anything that could help with that, but there weren't any talking about slowing down time or anything, and also I don't have time to do a spell as it's scurrying by. I would imagine you'd trap it. That's a good thought. Speaking of making a trap, I believe we can just kind of drag items out and put them anywhere, which is really interesting. I assume this is just kind of meant to be, placed in the room, not necessarily in the specific spot we put it. But I don't know that we have anything right now that would be useful as a trap. Maybe these weird liquids, but I don't feel strongly about it. Let's examine some more things. Should we take this book? why not? Wax drippings cling to the side of the candle. Can always use another candle. That's what I'm always saying. Pillows? Yeah. This fluffy white pillow seems like a nice place to rest your head. Well, it's a good thing I'll have it with me at all times. You could rest your head on this pillow to take a load off your shoulders. This is half of a set of twin beds. The polka dot bedspread almost matches the room's decor. This solid-looking nightstand makes a hollow ring when you knock on it. Oh. I wonder if this is the hingeless box. Oh, there is another exit in this room, so it's off there. Okay. Just gonna write a note. Hingeless box. Let's try opening it. Oh. Okay. So that's not the hingeless box. It's just a normal nightstand. Lightning from the storm outside intensely illuminates the bedroom. There is loud thunder quickly following as the storm approaches. Getting closer. Let's put this in our inventory. And we'll examine it. The seal on the scroll looks familiar. It displays a self-consuming snake. Was the snake on the door knocker described as self-consuming?
I believe so.
Okay. Should I? I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna open this scroll with a seal. The scroll is now open. On this old paper, there are but 6 words spread out over 2 lines. It reads, Spican Hephod Abraxas and Instantum Illuminaris Abraxas. So, Spican was talk, header, skull, and then Abraxas is like a vehicle for magic. I guess what I'm getting from this is like maybe these are like complete spells, and the words we found in the book were, you know, like components of spells, and maybe Abraxas is just like kind of a word that turns the previous 2 things into a magic spell. Abraxas was described as like some sort of vehicle for magic, like it didn't seem to do something itself. So Spican Hephod Abraxas, I wish I had a better idea how to pronounce any of these words. Is, you know, talking to maybe a skull, or like obviously you don't need a head to just talk to a person. Maybe that would enable us to talk to the woman. And then Instantum Illuminaris Abraxas. Instantum is like something sudden and then gone. Bright light is Illuminaris, so makes a bright light appear quickly and then is gone. Let's save, and then I guess I'll say it to myself. Instantum Illuminaris Abraxas. Did I do that? I think I did. I guess I'm not going to do any more spells right now. I mean, it could have been just random, but I feel like No, I guess it does seem like the storm is getting closer, so maybe more frequent.
I mean, the
Doesn't
text
necessarily
says
mean it.
with the utterance of these magic words.
Oh, I totally missed that there was text down there.
Yeah.
Thank you. With the utterance of these magic words comes a blinding bolt of lightning and a blast of thunder. Okay.
But
So,
it's
yeah.
pretty clear that
Definitely
saying
I
the
did
words did that.
that.
You might consider a break.
Yeah, I keep thinking about that. Yeah, I should definitely test talking to the lady. Let's... Oh, I didn't mean to talk to the door. Let's just open it. Door is now open. This bathroom is a little more tasteful. This bathroom is cold and dark. There is no toilet. Whoever lived here really did have a mysterious way of doing things. Is that a fish tank? I think there's a fish tank on the wall. Is a 20-gallon fish tank. There seems to be tiny gold flecks drifting around the tank. Huh. It's a half bath, but the wrong half. Let's... This light fixture seems to have been shaped to be gripped. There is no light switch. Huh. You can't reach the light. Weird. Could we take this towel? Yeah. What's this? Ah, there's that critter again. It's a soft and fluffy towel, as if straight from a box of Snowy. What's Snowy? Is that some sort of like... It's capitalized, so it's gotta be some sort of like brand name I'm not familiar with. There's a mechanical thing that I feel like I should mention that isn't narrative related at all, but more of a warning. I'll not give details unless Robot Spacer gives the clear. I'm gonna say no. Just because, like, we read through the manual. I mean, I skimmed over some stuff that seemed like rehashing things. So I feel like, you know, I try to do my best to play these games, you know, roughly how they might have been played originally. So, you know, probably something terrible will happen and I'll regret it, but that's okay. Thank you for the offer. I do appreciate it. I feel like so far, like, if I had to start this game over again completely, like, it would not take long to do anything that I actually needed to do. Like, I feel like we're mostly learning things in all this poking around and stuff. So that's definitely a big part of why I'm not too worried about it. Hey, Can't Stop the Kittens. The only game that's come closest to replicating the Playground Whisper Mill for the modern age was PT.
Oh, yeah.
The Playground Whisper Mill.
Yeah, like, you know, before the internet, you would learn the secrets of video games from, like, you know... hearing it on the playground or whatever.
Yes, I understand.
Or perhaps buying a very thick paperback book at B. Dalton.
But yeah, I agree. It was neat to play PT and, you know, go online and read people's different theories about how to do stuff, and I feel like people still haven't really figured it out, or at least there's like a lot of weird ideas about how to accomplish some of the things in that game that are very persistent.
Jareth is an excellent example of that. Like, I do not believe for a second that Jareth is the thing that you are expected to say.
Right.
But it does seem that people feel that it works consistently.
Right. Okay. Open this. What do we have in the hamper? A dirty towel? This towel is damp and moldy. It is stained by what looks like blood.
Cool.
I'll take it.
Is there anything you won't take?
No. I mean, only the things it won't let me take. The fish tank cannot be opened. Can I take the whole fish tank? No.
That seems like a risky place to mount a fish tank.
It's a little unusual. I was trying to do something with these tiny gold flecks that it describes. And it says, again, the evil that dwells within the estate vies for control of your spirit. Its influence grows more and more powerful. Soon you will not have the strength of mind to fight it off. You can feel that the spirits collected here are anxiously anticipating your induction. Sounds bad. Let's operate this bathtub. Nothing happened. Oh, the faucet? Huh. I guess this faucet doesn't work. Floor standing sink is very shiny. It shows no signs of neglect or disuse. Water is flowing into the sink. At least the sink works.
Sink seems very short.
Let's examine the mirror. Oh, like, I think my problem with the little scurrying creature is every time, like, first of all, it happens every time I've just done something else.
Right.
So it takes my mind like a second to switch gears. And then my immediate thought is, can I finally see what this frickin' thing looks like? Because I didn't click on the clip, so I still haven't, had a chance to get a good look at it.
Baltimore shared a emote-sized still of the creature in the Discord.
Oh, okay. I might take a peek because it doesn't seem like it's probably a spoiler or anything.
Turn your head.
Oh, okay. Full color version.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I assume Baltimore colorized it.
Well, there are color versions of the game.
Oh, okay.
Like the version on Steam that like recreates the original UI also has a 2GS version that recreates that UI and has color graphics and everything. And then of course there was like NES version was in color and probably some of the other ones. I think Silver said Windows version was in color. But yeah, like I keep like the brief moment I have, I'm trying to look at it and like I just eventually I'll catch up and I'll think, okay, gotta hurry up and move my mouse and try to click on it. But who knows if that's even the right solution. I do feel like the idea of setting up a trap is a good idea. There goes your friend running by again. He is not very sociable. Oh, I forgot to read the mirror description. You see yourself in a round frame. The frame looks nice. You, on the other hand, look terrible. There goes your friend running by again. He's not very sociable. He didn't even say hello. I wonder if we should say hello. This fixture on the ceiling has me very perplexed, but I don't know what we could do with it if it's not reachable. This rug is nice and soft. You bet it would feel nice under bare feet.
Bye, Silver.
See you, Silver. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. All right. Let's do another save as here. And I'm going to take a quick break. And you can enjoy the hallway. Actually, let's... You can enjoy the menu music again. I'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, it'll unpause when I click on the game again. If you're not already gone, good night, Jabberwocky. Okay. Barium.
Oh, barium. I was like, what did you say?
That's the button to close the
Right.
about screen. Hey, Bilkin. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We are playing a game called Uninvited, if you're not familiar with this one. It's an old Mac game that was part of the Mac Venture series, along with Deja Vu, Shadowgate.
I'm enjoying all the barium jokes in chat.
So let's see. I guess we'll try some more doors here. So start back here and make our way down. Oh, a closet. A storage closet. So many things to take here. I wish I could I want to scroll over here to have empty space to drag things to. This is a good sized closet with lots of room for bric-a-brac.
Love a good bric-a-brac.
Gotta have room for your bric-a-brac. Let's see, maybe we can do this. Yeah, that'll do, I guess. Let's take this box. I'm just gonna take everything and then we'll look at it. Oh, the bottle. Oh no!
Oh no?
Oh no! We've learned a terrible thing about our inventory, which is that it is limited. I've run out of room. I don't even have that much. Hey, Mousimus, good to see you. I am a big fan of 1-bit Mac games also. All right, let's open this up. It's a hat box. It's got a hat. Oop. It's a nice hat, but it isn't you. Well, speak for yourself. Oh, that creature. The smiling, tiny, mischievous creature is back again. This little guy just doesn't stop. Baltimore says, I'm worried that being able to pick up everything means hundreds of red herrings. Yeah, I certainly have my concerns also. Let's unload some of our bric-a-brac here. I feel like these masks we took from the bathroom, we certainly don't, like, if we need any of those, like, maybe there's one. The kitty creature runs past waving his key. The way he runs around, he must get very hungry. This little devil must eat something that makes him awfully hyper. Oh, a hint.
Interesting.
So if we take away his food source, then perhaps he'll run out of energy. Okay, back to our bric-a-brac. We're just going to pile up our masks here. And figures. We probably don't need all these towels, I guess. There goes your friend running by again. He's not very sociable. He didn't even say hello. I guess we get... geez, there he goes again. He seems to come by a lot in the closet.
Maybe he likes bric-a-brac.
There are paint stains all over this tarp. Oh. I finally had a decent opportunity to click on him, but I missed. The fact that it's telling us about his hunger situation makes me think that clicking on him isn't going to get us anywhere anyway, though. So let's continue clearing out our inventory. We'll put this hat box back, but this box, look, it came from a haberdasher. I do want the hat inside it. Let's clean up our inventory. Do I want... I feel like we probably don't need the bloody towel. Was this also a towel? Yes. Okay. All the towels go over here. All right, we have some pillows. I feel like we probably don't need pillows. We'll put pillows up here.
What if you need to take a nap?
Okay, that's the diary. Where'd the other pillow go? There it is. Oh.
What's that beep?
There was a click to continue button that I ignored.
When it repeated, it was starting to remind me of the computer beep in the hatch in Lost, indicating that it is time to input the numbers.
Right. Did you replace the moldy towel with the freshie? Well, the moldy towel was in a hamper, so I mean, we took it, but I feel like where it was fine. It didn't really need to be replaced, is all I'm saying. What's this? This tall, thin box looks like it used to house a bottle. Okay. So it's empty now? Yes. The bottle reads, "No ghost for poltergeists, vampires, and other undesirable undead visitors." So this will get rid of ghosts for us? Do you think that'll work on the woman? Or maybe this little critter even? I guess I feel like the little critter probably isn't a ghost, but the woman definitely is. It's an aerosol spray can. The label reads, "Spider Cider, the arachnid anesthetizer? That's not really a word I've ever encountered. Recommended by leading entomologists everywhere."
I mean, it's not a common word.
Yeah.
In everyday life.
Thank you for the assist. Spray cannot be opened. We'll take that. You never know when you might need to get rid of a spider. This is another box. This is a box of laundry detergent. The box has a handy resealable spout.
Baltimore says, "Oh yeah, that's almost identical re-lost noise." Do we know what kind of computer they had in the hatch?
It definitely wasn't an old Mac. But it's certainly possible that, you know, they used that sound or like used that as a basis or something. They don't make boxes like these anymore. The Firmington Corrugated Box Company of Clay Pit, Minnesota went out of business years ago. The box is now open. It's empty. We got a lot of empty boxes here. It's a can of insecticide. You never know when you'll need to kill a bug. It could be useful. The silver bowl has been used by some slob as a spittoon. It smells like old chaw. Disgusting.
Gross.
Indeed. It's a glass ashtray. It definitely did not come from a Holiday Inn. There goes your friend running by again. He is not very sociable. He didn't even say hello. Some paint stains all over this tarp. The main unit appears to be an Apple II Plus running an Apple III monitor with a Disk2 floppy drive. The large lighted panel behind it is composed of sections of the Sage computer built by IBM for the U.S. Air Force in the late 1950s. Interesting. Now that's actually has me wondering if, like, I've definitely used Apple IIs and IIIs at some points in my life, but I don't remember if they had a same kind of beep sound that they would make or similar. At least now we know, like, if we want to go somewhere to try to do something with the critter, this closet seems like a good place to do it. This mop looks like it has been used to swab many a deck, as it were. This broom has swept its fair share of floors. It looks like a convertible for a witch. So we can take the broom if we want. I think we'll leave it here now that we know our inventory is limited. Honestly, like, this is kind of a great place to keep all our stuff. So I feel like I'm inclined to continue taking things, and then if we don't have a use for something when we run out of room, we'll bring it back here. I keep wondering if there's maybe something we could do with this tarp to make a trap. I'm just kind of wondering if moving things out of reach of the critter might be useful. We don't know what that critter likes to eat. All right, let's leave. Next room. Let's save, actually. Yeah, it's fine. Door's now open. Oh! Stairwell contains an old rickety spiral staircase that spins up towards the next level. That's the most notable thing about this staircase, is it?
Perhaps I feel like our protagonist here.
I feel like the axe, the giant double-bladed axe, kind of catches my eye a little more.
But perhaps to our protagonist, axes are just part of his everyday life, whereas a spiral staircase is unusual.
Yeah, I'm glad this isn't a Sierra game. There's definitely not a rail on this stairway. Oh no, we don't have room for the axe. All right, we gotta leave. We gotta go back to the closet. I guess we don't need the hat. Let's see, which book was this?
Can you use the hat on yourself to wear it?
Oops. As far as I can tell, having something in our inventory is as close as we can get to wearing something.
That's a shame.
I tried to wear the amulet by doing different commands, and the game didn't seem to think there was anything other than putting it in my inventory that I could do with it.
I see.
Let's take out this envelope, because we have the envelope's contents, which I feel like is probably all we need, if that. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, let's make a little pile of letters on this side. Let's see, that was the diary. So we'll put a pile of books over here. All right. Axe. There we go. This is a type of axe that broke up several of Henry VIII's marriages. We have a light here. This antique bulb looks like it could have been one of Thomas Alva Edison's originals. Jeez. Stairwell contains an old rickety spiral staircase. Okay, we knew that. Let's see.
You don't often hear anyone using Thomas Edison's full legal name.
Yeah. Let's go up. Oh. We're in the tower. This room is bitterly cold. The iron bars which form the cell are like rods of ice firmly implanted in both the floor and ceiling. Let's see. I'll leave this first floor, second floor, third floor. All right. Oh!
What happened?
There was a guy with a head?
Yeah.
You pull on the cell door until the cold iron finally gives way. A hideous figure in the shape of a decapitated peasant forms inside the cell. The severed head speaks as it hangs from its hair. There is no escape from here. There is only one sentence in this cell, an eternal life sentence.
Why do I keep missing
There is
all
no
the
escape.
bullshit?
No escape. No escape. His voice fades out as the ghastly image fades away.
Curse my inattentiveness. I keep missing all the cool shit.
Oh no. Trapped. As you enter the cage, you hear the door slam shut behind you. There is no escape. You are trapped here for eternity. Eventually you die and your flesh decays, greatly adding to the old mansion's atmosphere. I mean, I was warned.
Well, at least you're adding to the atmosphere.
I'm just going to draw a little skull here. It came out a little weird and you can't even tell what it looks like, but it's okay. I've got you. I wonder if that's just a trap, like, is there something we need to do there, or is it just kind of a dead end? Back to the upper hall. Let's see. I think this was... Okay. I should have saved after I did more inventory cleaning. Let's see. I think I took the hat out. The letter, excuse me, that dang critter. All right, save. So I think I'm just gonna grab the axe. Oop. Actually, let's go up again and see if we can get the ghost to appear. There we go. Yeah, there it is again.
And I missed it again.
Really?
Yes!
I tried to warn you. Okay. Last room. Last room up here. Bedroom. This room looks like your typical 20th century bourgeois bedroom. A place to relax, perhaps. Got a little radio here. Before there was solid state technology, there were big radios. Can we operate it? This big old radio is a nice piece of furniture, but not a very good radio. There was no oral response from having turned it on. Open it. Radio cannot be opened. Is this a spider web in the corner? I can't seem to interact with it. This modest black dresser is of painted pine. Dresser is now open. There seems to be a pentagram inside it. The symbol of the pentagram seems to be the major motif in the ornamentation of this mansion. This 5-pointed iron star fits in the palm of your hand. Oop, click to continue. There goes your friend again. I've taken the star. These polka dot curtains give this room a cozy, homey feel. That's nice. You study yourself in this small mirror. You don't look at all well. Is there a speed setting, or is it running at native max speed for the time? As far as I can tell, like, I assume you're referring to the critter going by super fast. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe that is faster than it's supposed to be. I'm trying to think. The emulator does not have any, it's called Mini VMAC. It does not have a lot of like easy to configure options. I believe for the most part it's designed to run things at a normal speed, like, you know, something that's would have taken long due to, disk loading times or something, would certainly be much faster. But if it turns out this creature is going faster than it's supposed to, I'll look into whether or not there's anything I can tweak there for next week. I always found the similarity of oral and oral interesting. Yeah. Oh, oops. I clicked accidentally. I tried to go somewhere weird. You wonder who picked out these cheery drapes. You wonder if you'll ever get out of this place alive. You wonder whatever happened to the folks who lived here. I mean, I think we've seen one of them at least, right? The small bedroom is dominated by a large, luxurious bed, definitely king-sized. There's a circular wool rug covering a large part of this nice hardwood floor. The rug won't move. Oh. I didn't expect that. I moved the bed, and it actually moved, but an unseen hand replaces the bed to where it was before.
Oh.
Let's try that again. The bed is immediately replaced by an invisible but forceful presence. I'm consulting my list of spell words. There's a propel. Like it seems like based on the two spells, two complete spells we found, it seems like you kind of have a action and like a verb noun and then abraxas. So I don't know, we could do something to try to propel this unseen force from the room. I don't know. That's kind of the best I can think of, but we don't really have I mean, I could try mystery. I guess it is mysterious, but that doesn't seem right to me. Also, this is now making me wonder, like, okay. Oh. I wonder how many things there are that we can move that I just didn't try. You anger a spirit who once occupied this estate. It puts back the dresser. Perhaps this spirit was part of the cleaning staff. You begin to feel a sense of urgency concerning your little brother. You feel that all is not well. Somewhere on this estate, he waits for you to come save him. You must get to him in time. There's definitely lots of different things. Like that has come up 2 or 3 times now, and that's very clearly telling me we might run out of time. The skull thing that appears, and there's a moment where I can't control my body, like that sounds like it's maybe getting worse each time. Anyway, let's get out of here. I can't see anything else to do in there. Can I move this? No. Okay, so we're out of rooms up here, but we have something we could possibly do with the woman downstairs that keeps killing us. So I'm going to do a save as, I guess we'll call this 6 upper hall, and then we'll go down there. Once adventure games stopped requiring paper note-taking, some of the magic was lost forever. Yeah, I have been thinking about that a lot lately. Particularly in regards to Elden Ring. Just because, that's clearly FromSoft, has a very, the impression I get, and I've only played Elden Ring, I still haven't finished it, so, take any of my thoughts on FromSoft with a grain of salt. I did watch Nina Marie play a couple other games. But like, I feel like they want to like not put in a lot of like modern game conveniences unless they really feel like they have to, I guess. Like it seems like they added a lot of conveniences to Elden Ring that weren't in earlier games, but even there, you know, they were pretty restrained. Like I guess in a patch they showed you where different characters are on the map, which wasn't there originally. I think I must have started playing late enough that I never noticed that change. But like definitely there's lots of different things to keep track of in that game, and I have absolutely taken notes, and I feel like it's essential, unless you're not really worried about figuring stuff out necessarily. I assume you could, you know, easily play through the game without worrying about that stuff that much. But I both totally understand why people would want, you know, like an in-game kind of to-do list like a lot of games have. Like, I totally get why people want that. But also, like, I totally get why a developer would not want to have that. It's... gosh, I don't know if I have a really good way to describe what I feel about it, but you know, you make that a part of your game by, you know, adding the UI for it, and that's like, it kind of, to me, when I play a game with like a long list of things to do, it feels like a to-do list, and I want to check everything off to clear it out. And you know, a lot of games are designed around that, right? So that's kind of what you're expected to do to some degree. You know, you don't necessarily have to if you don't want to, but they figure you will. And I guess I appreciate the idea of not necessarily putting that on your players and kind of letting them decide how to approach things. But obviously, I find manual note-taking pretty enjoyable, and it really gives a different feel. I also have a lot of kind of similar thoughts on in-game maps versus, you know, having to kind of map things out yourself. There's lots of interesting things to think about and how that affects gameplay. In that case, I tend to lean in the direction of in-game maps. I do really like it when games do interesting things with them. Like Silent Hill is the first series that comes to mind. Like, you don't have maps. You have to find a map in the game world in order to have a map of an area. Sometimes you find a map that, like, there's a hotel, and you find a map that's, you know, designed for like a visitor, you know, public. So it doesn't have, you know, areas where an employee would go. And then later you can find an employee map that's much more detailed, and like working maps into gameplay like that is really interesting to me. Fez and The Witness are great note-taking games. Yes. I never finished Fez. I really should go back to it sometime. I enjoyed The Witness a lot, and oh
yeah,
I feel like I mostly
went hog wild taking notes for that one.
Drew out little puzzles and stuff more than like written notes or anything, but I definitely did a lot of that, and it was very fun. If they had better spoken written guidance on where an NPC might be headed to, I'd be okay with them leaving off the map markers. It's the first one of these with a map at all. Okay, interesting.
Talking about Elden Ring specifically?
I assume that's referring to FromSoft games.
Okay.
I wrote the languages of each puzzle type, else I forget. Okay. All right. I saved. Let's think about what we're going to try to do here. Did I not write down those spells? I didn't.
Oops.
We got to go back in the closet. Okay, that's not the note I want. Here we go.
Could you use the ghost repellent on the bed ghost? That's an interesting thought.
Ghost... Oh. I forgot about the ghost repellent already. It didn't take long. Yeah, that's interesting. We should try that. Specken... Hephod... Abraxas. I'm just going to abbreviate Abraxas. Instantum. Illuminaris. Abraxas. So we tried that second spell, and that made lightning flash and thunder happen. So, like, the spell seems to say, like, instantum is referring to something being suddenly appearing and then being gone quickly. And then illuminaris is referring to bright light. And then, again, abraxas seems to be, like, kind of the magic word that makes it into a spell. A vehicle for magic. So this Specken Hephod Abraxas seems like it might let us talk to a head or skull. So we're going to use that to try to talk to this lady downstairs and see if that does anything. Sure, let's see it again. Why not? So it seems like if I just open any door, she'll appear. And then I'm going to speak to her. Okay. I didn't actually have the opportunity to speak. I think... I wonder if I have the opportunity to do anything with her once she's there. I'm going to try the ghost repellent on her. Okay, so that's our ghost repellent. We'll see if that does anything. If that doesn't work, I feel like maybe either we need to just avoid her, or maybe we need to do something before she appears. Oh, maybe I want to use the ghost repellent on the room before she appears.
Interesting thought.
How do I do that? Operate? As you remove the cap from the small bottle, a foul odor bombards your olfactory senses. The liquid contents of this nearly empty bottle produce a smell similar to that of an injured skunk. It reminds you of the smell of decay that surrounds the house itself. The smiling, tiny, mischievous creature is back again. This little guy just doesn't stop. Okay. So I did the operate action on the bottle, so I'm assuming that is the way to use the ghost repellent. At least that's as close I can get to using it on the room itself. Skunks repel ghosts? Nice. My neighborhood is safe. Glad to hear it. So,
we've also been having some skunk activity in our neighborhood recently.
Yeah, we have. Is it skunk season?
Maybe.
I feel like if I open a door and she doesn't show up, then it must have worked. Let's try this one. Oh, she's here. Bummer. Also, she's standing right on top of my ghost repellent. What does a skunk smell like? They aren't native here.
I don't know if it's describable. Bad?
The lightning and thunder brings shivers to your spine.
That's a decent description, Culinary.
Yeah, it does seem like I don't have an opportunity to speak a spell once she has appeared. Like weed left in an old half-empty 40 bottle. Okay, let's try using the ghost repellent on the on this room here. See if that gets us anywhere. Nope. Now I'm curious if I keep bothering the invisible presence here, will it eventually murder me? It seems like this is just repeating, and there's not any suggestion that it's getting more mad. I really want to know if this is a spider web up here. All right. Oh, open. I was looking for a restore option. No, I actively do not want to save changes. Why would I do that? I'm trying to think of what else we could try at this point. I believe we've explored everywhere that we can figure out how to go without dying. In the hallway downstairs, we need to, any of the doors we open, the woman comes, and once she's there, any action I do causes her to kill me. So it seems like I need to either prevent her from coming in there or do something with her after she's appeared. And so far I have not had any success in that. I wonder if I could... Let's try speaking the spell I was going to try to do before she's shown up. Speak self. What do you wish to say to yourself? I wish to say... Becken Hefod Abraxas. Voicing your thoughts out loud clears your mind, allowing you to relax. Let's speak to the room. You can talk to the hall all you want, but if it answers... Your grandma had a skunk as a pet. Fascinating.
I want to say, at some point during the Dagger of Amon-Ra run-throughs, I Googled Teddy Roosevelt's many pets.
Right.
To determine if the real Theodore Roosevelt had a porcupine, and I think he had a skunk.
Okay.
But
that sounds kind of familiar, yeah. Hello, Matt. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well.
I know raccoons were introduced to almost everywhere else in the world via the U.S. Army having several as mascots. And then they got loose.
Look through the window and remind yourself that there's a great big wonderful world out there. Now I'm wondering if this is just a goofy thing they decided to do to make it seem spooky. Just, it seems like any furniture you would normally expect to be able to move. You know, you can move it, but then this spirit puts it back. I still haven't found any kind of matches or any way to light a candle or anything else. I don't know what we might do with, like, we've got so many different things. I have no idea what we could possibly do with. There's all these different liquid bottles. Dark yellowish liquid, red liquid, yellowish liquid. What's this? Oh. I guess I took a bar of soap at some point and kind of forgot about it. You wonder if this soap is 99 and 44 out of 100% pure. There's got to be a reference to like some old commercial or something.
Soap.
Okay. Cut glass bottle with a matching cut glass top contains a brown liquid. So that one probably has cyanide in it. Definitely something that smells like almonds and is deadly. Do you think I could kill the lady with the axe? Should I try?
Maybe? I can't see that being successful, but it might be interesting.
Yeah. Nope. Well, is that the death you were after? Or would you like another?
A random liquid in your inventory.
Oh, okay, great. Because I was thinking about that.
Consume!
Let's see if we can learn what some of these other liquids are. I think this is the red one. Consume. The red-colored liquid slides down your pipes like water. Your head spins. Everything is really grand for a while, then returns to normal. That description gives me the impression that is maybe all that happens with that. I think I'm going to continue experimenting with liquids.
The brown liquid took a while to get you, didn't it?
Right, but like, I feel like there was a bit more in the description to suggest that, you know, it was going to continue to get worse, or might at least. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's try. Oh, you look as uncomfortable as you feel. Oh, I think I just accidentally examined myself. Yeah. I'm trying to just kind of do some random actions to see if that makes anything else happen. But I don't think the red liquid is having any further effect, so let's try another one. This is dark yellowish. Consume. The solution is quickly swallowed and does not have any noticeable effect, except that now your breath smells like perfume. Okay, so I think we just drank some perfume. And then this is the normal yellowish liquid. Bottle is now open. After drinking the yellow solution, your mind begins to wander. You find it hard to concentrate on what you are doing. Everything that you see starts to glow very brightly. After a short time, all returns to normal, without any ill effects. That's a little disappointing, frankly. It seems like they all just kind of, gave us a description. What other items do we have here? We could swallow some incesticide, spray some spider cider on ourselves, drink a little bit of no ghost potion. Let's try that. It would be a heck of a lot easier to take a drink if you remove the cap from the bottle first. Jeez. Bottle's now open. Okay, same description of an injured skunk.
Baltimore in chat is confirming that I did not imagine your unusual pronunciation of insecticide.
Did I say it like that?
You did.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I often mispronounce words, frankly. You raise the malodorous bottle to your lips and slug its contents down like a veteran. The liquid tastes like sewer water and makes you feel dizzy and sick to your stomach. It probably was not meant to be taken internally. But the good news is we won't have any ghosts inside of us now. I feel like probably nothing else is going to happen with that one. Let's continue consuming things.
You're just gonna consume everything in your inventory until something makes you die?
I tried to consume the spider cider, and it says you have a strange concept of food, friend. You should not eat the spray can. Let's try the insecticide now. Oh, same thing. Can we eat a candle?
Can you eat the axe?
You should not eat the candle. But can I? I don't want to know what I should do.
Yeah, can and should are very different concepts.
The battle axe wouldn't agree with you.
I was really confident that one of the early liquids you consumed would be the one to do you in, so I already marked the redemption as completed.
One of these things had some nasty stuff in it. You can't eat the bowl. I wanted to eat the contents. It's a glass ashtray. It definitely did not come from a Holiday Inn. The tray would be hard to swallow. I've run out of things to try to eat.
I feel like you should...
Can you hit yourself with the axe? Operate axe on self. As awkward as it seems, you are able to swing the axe in such a way as to cause it to cleave itself deep into your forehead. Thick blood gushes through the long gash you've just created. As you fall face down onto the axe, you feel as if your brain has really let you down this time. Thank you, Culinary, for that redeem. I'm glad we were finally able to take care of that.
Yeah, they really went for it with the flavor text.
Okay, back to the actual game. What else could we use the axe on? You should not try to hack up the mounted fish. I do feel like the key to the hingeless box is in a chair. Operating the wheelchair on the battle axe produced no effect. Okay, I wanted to go the other way. You should not try to hack up the wheelchair. Jeez. Game keeps bossing me around. Can we move the... Oh! Finally, item we can move around without a ghost putting it back. Can even put it up here. Nice. Oh! That little fucker. The rug won't move. Can't move the bed. Can't move the cabinet. I left the water running in here, but it doesn't seem to have been filling up. I might have to look up some hints or something. I feel like... What could we do about the critter? Like, it keeps saying It seems like it's, eating some food, and then that's what's giving it energy to run around so fast all the time. So how can we find its source of food? It seems to show up in the closet a lot upstairs. So you've gone full Jack Torrance mode. It won't let me hack up anything. It's very disappointing. Like, it comes in here so much, which makes me think maybe it's getting its food from here, but I don't really see anything that we could eat, that it could eat. Can we turn the light off? Apparently the electricity has been turned off. The light does not activate. Oh, okay. So the light is meant to be off already. I'm surprised we can see so well in here. What else do we have in our inventory? We have a couple of candles. We have this palm-sized iron pentagram. We have this amulet that seemed like it was maybe something to protect from evil. Here's another wax and wick and candlestick. If you need some light, this may turn the trick. Nothing happened. We have insecticide, spider cider, ghost repellent that doesn't work. Do you have any food at all? I believe the closest we've gotten to anything resembling food is the various liquids we have that we can drink, some of which were not fatal. So that's the best we got. I don't think I can eat this fish. It's quite a sound. Is this description different? Oh, okay, it is. Many of the voices in your mind now are not your own. You begin to feel almost at home here among the undead. To your dismay, the other world is beginning to look more attractive to you than this one. Its inhabitants beckon you, but you are not ready to join them. You do not know where you found this final reserve of willpower. It came not a moment too soon. It is almost too late. Okay. That kind of sounds like if we spend too much longer here, we've run out of time. Which I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I kind of saw a thing about that on Wikipedia. And I'm also curious if that was the thing Silver was going to warn me about. But if anybody... First of all, if any of y'all have played this game, let me know. Even if you don't remember it well. If anyone hasn't played this game and has an idea of what I might be able to do right now, feel free to suggest it. I'm close to... Well, first of all, I probably won't go too much longer tonight, but I do want to kind of like... I feel like I haven't really done anything. So I would love to make a little more progress.
We've consumed everything consumable in your inventory.
Sure. I guess we did do a magic spell. I mean, that's pretty good, right?
Died like 10 times.
Yes. So Vervain has played the NES version. Okay. If you have any idea of what I might want to do right now, feel free to try to give a subtle hint or something like that. I don't know how much you even remember. Can't Stop the Kitten says, what's funky is that since I only learned a partial speed run, there was a non-endgame goal. I don't have a completionist brain of this like with Dagger of Amun-Ra. That's interesting. I accidentally turned on the flashlight on my Apple Watch. Oops.
You seem to be doing that a lot lately.
That's like the second time it's happened.
Okay, well, you've done that more frequently than ever in the last week.
Yeah. I don't know what I probably accidentally swiped up and then tapped on the button just now. The first time it happened was very weird. I did not do anything like that. I'm wondering if I know I came across a walkthrough somewhere that I saved, but I can't remember where it is. I think you have what you need to get rid of her. Okay, thank you. That is very helpful. I guess the next question I have is do I need to do something once she appears? Like if you happen to know, feel free to outright answer that. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Let's do a save down here. Okay. I keep doing the operate thing wrong.
What do you mean?
You're supposed to select the item you want to operate, click the operate button, and then click what you want to Wait, is that right? I think that's right.
Okay. So like you click on the item in your inventory to like select it. And
but then she seems to attack me as soon as I click operate.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm going to try again though and see if... So I'm going to select this amulet, operate. Okay. Okay. We did try the axe, right?
On the ghost lady? I'm not sure.
Didn't work. I guess I don't fully understand the hit command. Is that just like if I want to punch something?
Maybe.
Like if I wanted to use an axe, would I operate it or use hit? I guess the manual could possibly answer that. I might not have read the section on hit. Use this only in self-defense or if you feel the need to break something. Select hit, then click on the target of the blow. Don't hit anything unless you are sure it won't hit back. Okay. Is there a click and drag function? Yeah, honestly, the manual doesn't talk a lot about that. Like, I would assume I can just drag an item. Oops. I would assume I can drag an item onto a thing in order to use that item on that thing. But the manual, I don't recall it ever making that clear. Oh. I feel like I've tried most of the things that make sense. So now I'm just kind of trying some of them in slightly different ways, and I don't know if that's actually worthwhile, but... Would she care about that? Okay. She's not interested in perfume. It's like, maybe I'm trying the wrong approach here. I don't know. I might need a nudge as to what I actually want to do here. So if you think you can give me a hint, oh, Agra, do you have a hint to offer? Good night, Val. Thanks for hanging out.
Night, Val.
What kind of creature is gleefully tearing you apart? I mean, it seems like a ghost to me. That's why I keep trying to use the ghost repellent in some way.
But if it's not working, does that perhaps imply that she is not a ghost?
Maybe. But, I mean, I don't... Is she a zombie? What would that mean, though? What steps did you take to use it? The two things I have tried are opening it and putting it on the ground before she appeared. That had no effect. Just a second ago, I opened it. Well, first I tried opening it while she was here, and she immediately killed me in the process of opening it. So then I tried opening it, making her appear, and then dragging it onto her, and that did not work either. But based on your question, I'm guessing maybe I should try some more experiments with that. Open it, get her to appear, operate it. Yeah, I'll try that. Like, I think I tried to do like a drag and drop, which I think would be the same as, click, operate, click. But I'll try the way the manual describes it. Okay, so it's open a door, select bottle, operate, use. We did it!
Yay!
And we learned how to use the video game, I think, most of all. Thank you for the hints. I appreciate it very much. You pour the foul-smelling liquid on the head of the overdressed guest. The liquid seems to burn as it drips over her. The belle lets out a horrifying scream as she appears to melt helplessly. Suddenly, you feel like Dorothy, and her little dog, too. Thank you all for the cheers and dabs. All right. Oh, we got more. The bottle is now empty. Okay. So our no ghost is all used up. And now we can finally explore this hallway. So we're here. That way goes up. Okay, so this line I drew is this door here. So let's go check out that room. The parlor. This parlor has lost its original charm. The cracked, dirty walls are testament to the estate's state of disrepair. Okay, we got a door outside. That's interesting. This house is filled with some exquisite antique furniture. This chair is another fine example. Its plush, intricate upholstery is framed by the finest oak. And I can't help but notice, I feel like this is drawing attention to this particular chair more so than some of the other chairs we've seen. Right. Okay. So yeah, I think maybe dragging an object to the scene here is just basically a way to drop it. Like, even if I, drag it onto an item, I'm really just dropping it in the room. Let's operate the axe on the chair. You put a gash in the upholstery of the chair. Open? Chair cannot be opened. Should I use it again? Same description. Chair cannot be opened. And when I examine it, it's still the same description. The fact that I was able to put a gash in the upholstery made me think I was onto something, but just because anything else I've tried to use the axe on, it was just like, you shouldn't hack that up. But I guess there's nothing in the chair. Sounds good, Agra. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. It looks like a goldfish bowl, but it's serving as a vase. Function before form, perhaps, just as in your case. Ouch. Harsh. Can I take it? Damn it. I got a little bit better look at it that time, but I still didn't have a chance to click on it. I hope we can figure out its source of food here. Now that I've had a success with the axe, I kind of want to try to use it on everything. I shouldn't hack up the vase.
Kind of pattern to when the creature appears, other than when you are in the middle of something else?
Right, like it happens after I do an action. Okay. That's really the only pattern I've noticed. I guess the other pattern I've noticed is that...
Any action at all?
It seemed like it was showing up a lot more often in the closet. Mm-hmm. However, I was effectively doing a lot of actions in there. So maybe that's why it showed up so much there.
Yeah.
Door is now open. We go outside. Oh, a spider! From here you have a splendid view of the desolate estate. A large black spider quickly runs by you along the railing.
Are you going to offer it a refreshing cider?
I sure am. The critter just came by again. A white aerosol stream sprays from the spider cider can. It leaves a wet, sticky film on the railing. That sounds... I feel like that's good. This marble railing runs along the edge of the veranda. On the far side of it is a steep drop-off. One could fall about 20 feet from here.
Marble seems like an odd choice for a veranda railing.
Right. From here you have a splendid view of the desolate estate. Okay.
Also, it's after midnight, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to play too much longer. I figured no later than 12:30. I don't know what to do to... Say hi to myself. I was hoping the spider would come back fairly soon, but it doesn't seem to want to. Oh. 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 Okay. I was like, it's going slow, but it won't let me interact with it. The spider becomes paralyzed as it comes into contact with your spider cider. It is not dead, but it's not going anywhere without your help.
Interesting.
Can I put the spider in my inventory. Can I talk to it? Your words go unnoticed. It's okay. We'll see if I regret that. Let's see. Okay. More rooms. So this one is off in this direction. Rec room. This looks like a room designed for fun and games. It seems out of place in this gloomy estate.
Fun and games?
Both.
In this economy?
Until now, you had only seen a gramophone in the movies. This record player has no electronic parts. It consists of a crankshaft, a nail of a needle, and a cone-like horn for a speaker. On the platter is a 78 RPM copy with a MacNifty label of Rudy Vallee singing Winchester Cathedral.
What's MacNifty?
Oh no!
You broke it.
As the old Victrola spews out its sounds, a problem occurs within, causing the record to start skipping, and soon the old mainspring snaps with a loud pop. Anyway, that Rudy Vallee sure had a snazzy sound.
Schnazzer.
MacNifty, it sounds familiar, but I don't know if it's like a real, maybe another Mac software company that they're referencing, or if it just sounds like it could be a Mac software company, or if it's something completely different. It comes off as probably referencing someone. Mm-hmm. The face on this canvas is extremely ugly. Despite the flat art school dropout technique displayed on the canvas, you are deeply affected by the cold stare from the frightening eyes of the subject. Our character here certainly seems to have some art opinions. This cabinet has a nice wood finish. There is mother of pearl inlay on the trim. You notice that the cabinet's fine finish has been marred. It seems as if someone has carelessly hacked at the latch with a dull knife in an unsuccessful attempt to open it. We have an axe. You should not try to hack up the cabinet. There goes your friend running by again. So we have two other exits here. Door's now open. This is an impressive sight. You could throw a terrific birthday bash in this room. The odor of stale wine still permeates the air. Maybe it's because there's wine bottles lying all over. This is the dining room. And I feel like this probably connects to the hallway somehow. But I'm not sure. Okay, yes. So... Dine. Can't Stop a Kitten says, I got shots and blood taken and poked, so on from doc today, so I'm more pooped earlier than normal. Hope you all have a nice and healthy night. I hope you do too. Thanks for hanging out. It's great to have you here.
Good night. Rest well.
Yeah. So is this little critter like drunk on wine possibly? I'm going to take this wine bottle and see if that does anything. According to the label, it contained Dom Perignon 61, an excellent year. The bottle is both empty and corkless. Someone here must have had a good time. What else do we have here? Looks like a pretty bouquet of flowers. They're just right for a funeral or your senior prom.
Very similar occasion.
Oh, what?
A bat?
They look like a bat, yeah. Huh, we didn't get any description of it.
Just an unremarkable bat, I suppose.
Okay, this wine bottle is also empty, but is upright. Oh, and we've run out of inventory room. Oh! This seems like the same description we got before. So it sounds like maybe we're running out of time. We are very mentally not well.
Oh, like the longer you spend clicking around, the more possessed you become.
It looks like an ordinary pepper mill. There's an old large pewter bowl. Can we move these chairs? Yes, but it makes the spirit mad. This painting shows an eagle flying off with a snake in its talons. There's a shield sporting the image of what looks like a lion or something with claws and fur. You wonder what significance it has. It appears to be a painting of a distant relative, perhaps from the Neanderthal period, perhaps not quite so distant. Oh, there's a set of double doors back there. The smaller painting shows a mill on the Floss.
A what?
What does that mean? A mill on the Floss. Another set of double doors. This large landscape is more stylized than the rest of the artwork in the house. The pastel brushstrokes form indistinct lines reminiscent of a Monet or Cézanne. The lines are blurred, but the images are clear. Now that's art. Damn kids and their newfangled lingo.
The Mill on the Floss is a novel by George Eliot.
I mean, that...
Okay. The novel details the lives of Tom and Maggie Tulliver, siblings who grow up at Dorlcote Mill on the River Floss. So, I don't know if this book title became a turn of phrase or if
That's interesting.
it just happens to be a reference to that novel or something.
Right. No central heating. Oh, no. It's getting hard to map. Oh, click to continue. There is no central heating in this old Gothic mansion. The curved outer wall of this room is exposed to the elements in 3 directions. It is colder in here than it is outside, and there is no fireplace. It must be awful during the winter. The lighting and thunder bring shivers to your spine. Okay. I'm just trying to get my bearings here. Okay. So... dining room. Okay, so this way is where I just was. And there's the kitchen. I was wondering when we'd finally find the kitchen. Upon entering the kitchen, you realize that this room is probably the most modern room in the house. After all, it appears to have been remodeled sometime this century. I feel like kitchen or perhaps a nearby pantry is a good bet for finding whatever that little guy is eating. This knife catches the light and glints menacingly. It looks sharp and dangerous. I pick it up and place it in my purse. Full. Yeah, we'll leave. These wine bottles are empty, so I feel like they're probably not the thing the critter is consuming.
Yeah, damn it.
Got more knives to choose from. Oh no. There's a very sharp little blade. It has a sturdy little plastic handle and must be a famous Ginsu. It's a meat cleaver, just like the butchers on TV commercials use. This one has some dry blood on it. Oh, nice. Just like in the commercials. This is your basic large wooden-handled kitchen knife. This blade has been dulled by time and use. I feel like we chose the best one here. It catches the light and it glints menacingly. What more could you ask for? This large cookie jar smells of vermouth. It looks like a little cookie jar, perfect for little cookies. This cookie jar has a golden stain by the top. This small cookie jar has a sticky purple stain by the upper rim. So we have a row of 4 different cookie jars. And another one on the other side. This large cookie jar is stained by tiny droplets of blood around its upper edge. It looks like an item from the Bates Motel rummage sale. And then our little buddy just went by again. Okay, so that's empty. Let's check all the cookie jars. That's also empty.
Who stole the cookie
Empty.
from the cookie jar?
Empty. All jars are empty. Okay. Is this where we came from? Yes. Let's go this way. Oh, door's now open. Aha, pantry. This pantry smells musty and stuffy. Patches of wallpaper are missing in several spots. This tiny little room does not fit with the rest of the sprawling palatial estate. And there are a bunch of food items on the ground here. It's one of those 20-pound economy-sized bags of white flour. Is a burlap sack labeled rice. This is a very big bag of sugar. This is a 1-pound bag of iodized salt. When it rains, it pours. Can we just put this all on the upper shelf? I wouldn't be surprised if it's the sugar that this little critter is eating. Like, I was hoping maybe one of these would mention that, it's got a hole in it or something. I also I have no idea if the game recognizes, like, where an object is placed in a room. So I don't know if, like, I'm putting these up on the shelf visually, but I feel like maybe the game just doesn't care. Let's put these flowers here and take the sugar. And aged salami. Indeed. Oh, our bottle here is empty. Our bottle of no ghost. Let's drop that and oh no, the salami won't fit. Okay, so I guess items do have like a size. I'll put the pepper here. Oh no, this salami takes a lot of room. Okay, I'm going to worry about it later. Nice beater. It's a sharp kitchen knife. This baster was designed to suck the grease off the tops of broths and gravies. It looks like a mutated eyedropper. It is an old wooden spatula. This thermometer is of the type used for cooking. It probably does not work. This silver tray would be an impressive service at a dinner party. Too bad your friends are all on other continents. This solid, fine pewter plate is covered with embarrassing water spots. Oh my goodness. Simple glass fixture hangs from the ceiling. It frames a single light bulb. A chain hangs down as its on-off switch. This representation of a flaming stick indicates that this is a box of matches. Nice. I'm just going to write matches down by that room. There's probably lots of other locations of items that are important that I didn't write down, but that's okay. All right. Where does this go? Door is now open. Bedroom. Whoever had occupied this room must have been satisfied with small accommodations. This room does not seem quite as untidy as the rest of the house. You see no dust or cobwebs. It's a small crystal vial with a gold spray fixture. A rubber squeeze bag is attached for propulsion. A dark green liquid inhabits the bottle. The bristles of this dirty, dusty brush are filled with strands of gray hair and white specks. This bottle of cologne is labeled Horse Trader. Excuse me? Oh, out of room. Just remembered our little spider friend. This painting looks like Picasso's rendering of The Twilight Zone's title shot. Cologne sounds awful. It sure does, but I'm very curious what Horse Trader smells like. Heavy oak drawers rest under a lustrous wood finish. The brass handles are beginning to tarnish. Nothing in the dresser. You stare blankly at the cold, barren grounds of the estate through the window. You are glad to be looking at it from in here. Picture can't be moved around. The light won't move. That made a spirit mad. Oh, wait, what's this room? Oh, right. We went here. The study. Oh. You still have not found your brother. You need your help. You cannot suppress the growing sense of foreboding that now overwhelms you. Yeah, I mean, I know. I'm doing my best here. This ink blotter is marked with the lines of many letters. Fine indentations crisscross the surface of the blotter. Door won't open. It is locked. Interesting. Can I open it with an axe? You should not try to hack up the door. I think it was coincidence that the lightning happened when I made the spirit mad, but I'm not positive. This mountainscape is stunning and exhilarating. You can almost smell the mountain air gusting from the canvas. Can I open? My camera app that I use to make my iPhone appear on stream just popped up a notice about an update. You think it would not do that while you're using it, but software's hard, I guess. Oh, right. That little guy's got a key. I totally forgot about that. And again, it says this little devil must eat something makes him awfully hyper. But we took the sugar. Maybe he'll calm down eventually. I don't know. Maybe the sugar's wrong. What if I poisoned the sugar?
Yikes.
I mean, is that... I mean, I don't know what this game wants me to do, right?
Right.
But, like, that seems like maybe a thing this game wants me to do. I guess... Oh, right. I have cyanide. That's probably the best option, right? Which one was cyanide? I think it was this one. Yeah, brown liquid. Okay, let's open the cyanide. And I will select cyanide, operate sugar. You splash the brown liquid all over the bag. It now smells like almonds. So you think I can just drop this anywhere? F-Down says, I like this thinking. We already killed one with ghost acid. Finally, we get to be the murderer. Laura Bow just wouldn't murder. Yeah, so I feel like now maybe I just need to wait until the little guy comes through again and see what happens here. Or maybe I should leave and come back. I'm very curious what he has the key to. I'm kind of thinking possibly this room. But we've also found there was like a big chest upstairs that was locked, right? And then we've had this reference to a hingeless box. But, you know, the note we found was talking about the key to that being in some sort of chair. You cannot see the window, you can only see through it. Okay, sure. Nothing under the ink blotter. Oh. I tried to open the desk before, but it didn't work. It's full of letters. Wow. This card reads, Hg mercury number 80. This metal appears to be a liquid when it is in its solid state. This silvery liquid-like metal reacts visibly to changes in temperature. It has a dangerous cumulative effect if taken internally. This card reads, Ag, silver, number 47. Silver is one of the so-called precious metals. It is an excellent conductor and is commonly used in jewelry and other decorative ornaments. This card reads, Ra, radium, number 88, is an unstable radioactive element. Given time, it degenerates into lead. This card reads, U, uranium, number 92. It is the heaviest of all the natural elements. It is also quite unstable. This card reads, H, hydrogen, number 1. This gaseous element combines with carbon and oxygen to form a plethora of different chemical compounds. This card reads, Cu, copper, number 29. This is a soft, malleable metal. It is commonly used in coins and wire. It is an efficient, inexpensive conductor. This card reads, Pb, lead, number 82. This is a thick, heavy metal. It can be used as a protective shield from stray atoms from unstable elements. Our pentagram, oh, it's iron. I was briefly thinking it was lead, but it's iron. Never mind. This card reads, Au gold, number 79. This metallic element is an excellent conductor. It is also quite malleable, which makes it easy to work with. It is one of the most precious of the precious metals. This card reads, C, carbon, number 6. Atoms of this element chain themselves to each other. Other elements attach themselves to the chains to form more complex chemical compounds. These carbon chains are the foundation of all life on this planet. This index card is marked with a large O. Beneath that, it reads oxygen, number 8. This gaseous element inhabits nearly every corner of our environment. It is an integral part of life as we know it. And that's everything. And still that critter is not coming eating the sugar. So rude. This couch appears to be a very comfortable piece of furniture. It seems to have seen its share of use over the years. Let's try using the axe on. Lightning from the storm outside intensely illuminates the study. There is loud thunder quickly following as the storm approaches. Maybe I have to put the sugar back where you found it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's try that. I mean, clearly that was where it was, you know, assuming it is eating the sugar, that was where I was getting it from before, so that makes sense. Oh. He just came by, but he didn't stop. I thought that if we saw him come into the room where the sugar is, that he might stop and we could see him eat it.
Maybe
I don't know if that means I'm wrong about it being the sugar.
Maybe he doesn't like to eat while someone's around.
Could be. I was also just going to real quick try to hack up some more chairs. Should not try to hack up the rec room. Oh, I think I missed the chair, actually. You put a gash in the upholstery of the chair. Looks quite uncomfortable. Like, we keep putting gashes in upholstery. I assume that if there's something inside there that it would tell us, at least if I examine it again. Let's see. Here's some more chairs. Oh, I got it. As you rip through the fine upholstery, you discover a golden skeleton key.
Ooh.
Do I have room? I do. Nice. Okay. As much as I would love to keep going, I think that success is a good place to stop tonight. Actually, before I do that, let's go check on our sugar again real quick. I'm going to do a save here. And then we'll just pop back in the kitchen to see if anything has happened.
It's a very good skeleton key grabbing emote.
It is. Also good to see you, Coffee. Hope you're doing well. Still just sitting there. Okay. Well, I feel like, given that this was a completely new type of game with some fairly unfamiliar mechanics, I feel pretty good about how we did.
Murdered a ghost.
We murdered a ghost with our bottle of No Ghost. We captured a little spider friend that we're now carrying around everywhere with us. The fact that I was able to put the cyanide on the bag of sugar makes me think that is at least the right idea. I feel like the biggest question I have is whether that was the right thing to put it on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like multiple items you can put the cyanide on and you have to find the right one. But we got our skeleton key. Again, we have, well, actually, like that is almost certainly the key to the hingeless box, which I guess we haven't really found yet. So I don't know if we can do anything with that yet. Thanks, y'all. I'm glad you had a nice time. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid here. What else? Schedule. Unsecret Crush will be streaming on Thursday. More Genshin Impact.
Yep.
What are you going to get up to this week? Do you know?
I'm going to be continuing the Aranara quest line.
Nice.
And if there's any, I think there might be some unlocked event levels that I haven't done yet. Some little combat challenges, so I'll probably get up to those maybe.
Right.
Mostly going to be focusing on the Aranara quests.
Those are cute little...
little tree spirits.
Yeah. And I'm always hanging out in the background on her streams like she does in mine. So if that sounds like fun, then come on along. I'll be back on Saturday.
Playing a video game?
I will be playing a video game, yes. I was thinking about it a lot, and like I've been playing the King's Quest series for so long, and I feel like the Game by the Odd Gentleman is the next one on my schedule, and I know it's gonna take a good several weeks, So there's a small chance I might decide at the last minute to do something else before we get to that. But I think I've decided that since my Tuesday streams, like I don't have like an ongoing series, like I think I'll keep the ongoing series on Saturday, so I don't have to like keep finding new games for both my streams every week. So I'm pretty sure we'll play the next King's Quest game by the Odd Gentleman, and then that series will conclude with I haven't mentioned this anywhere yet, but I really wanted to play the Wizard and the Princess, which is early Roberta Williams game. I believe is entirely created by Roberta Williams and Ken Williams. I wasn't sure how to get a hold of a copy of it. It turns out there's a couple recent-ish game compilations it was on. Like there's one very specific is called King's Quest Collection Series, I think is like the proper title of it. And it's on that one. And then it's also in the Roberta Williams collection. And I found a copy of the Roberta Williams collection on eBay for pretty cheap, like, I don't know, it was like $20-$30. So I went ahead and bought that, and it should be here later this week, so I will be able to stream that eventually. And I'm pretty sure that's compatible with ScumVM, so we can play it in there. If I happen to be mistaken or something, I'm sure we can, figure out how to do something in DOSBox or whatever. And that's also got a bunch of other interesting Roberta Williams games in it that I've never played before. So that gives me some other fun things to possibly try out in future streams. Yeah, so that'll be upcoming on Saturdays. So busy talking, I forgot about finding someone to raid. But hello, Crack Gab. I didn't see you earlier, but welcome and good night. Good to see you. Who do we want to raid? I think we will go say hello to. Well, let me make sure the stream isn't ending or anything here. Okay. Galera Dragon is playing. Starting out with Scrabble and then playing Codename Iceman. Another Sierra game I have not played myself. It sounds like it's maybe kind of bad. It sounds like it's maybe got some like really complicated like little arcade games that are that no one's a big fan of trying to do. It's hard because it's bad, I see. But regardless, like it seems like it's got to be a fairly enjoyable thing to watch somebody stream, right? And yes, Galera is great. So we'll head on over there. Hopefully I got that right. Okay. So thanks again, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out with this fun, like it's a fun little sort of a trip down memory lane, but also not really, because like this reminds me of my childhood. I played a lot of games like this, but I never had a chance to play this one. But definitely a very fun experience. And of course, next week we will continue. It sounds like a short game, so might even finish it. We'll see.
Not the way you play, probably.
Who knows? Good night, y'all. Take care of yourselves.